little delusional, but let's use a better word, right? Let's go with more crazy faith. Let's have crazy faith. And crazy faith is something similar to like law of attraction, okay? Energy, frequency, okay? If you're into that, you know what I'm talking about. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode. First of all, I am snowed in. It is snowing outside. It's getting real thick out there, so your girl is comfortable. I'm chilling. We gonna get into some, good information though. Even though I may look comfy and you look like we about to have a girls chat, we're gonna have a girls chat, but we're gonna get into some stuff. Okay, so make sure you still listening. All right, we are going to be getting into avoiding brand burnout. All right, how to scale without losing yourself. So, if you used to watching my channel, I get straight into it. I don't do the whole shebang bang. I get straight into it, okay? That's what I love, so that's what I'm going to do. How to scale without losing yourself, right? So, I'm going to be talking about personal and business, okay? I love to talk about both so you can get the full transformation, the full effect, the full clarity that you need, all right? First topic we are going to be talking about is, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes, y'all, but not allowing too much validation, okay? And what I mean by this is, when you allow too much validation, definitely on the outer side, you start to lose yourself and you start questioning yourself. You start figuring out like, man, am I enough? Should I do this? What would they think about me doing this? So you start to second guess the path that you should be going on because you're so focused on the external validation, when in reality you should be focusing on your decisions, your inner validation, which would be your intuition, and understanding that everyone has a different path and everybody might not agree with what you want to choose, okay? Excuse me. So when you start to, definitely when you're of age, I'm definitely talking to of age women right now. If somebody is underage and come across this video, so be it. Just selectively take what I say, but of age women who will be watching this, when you start to make decisions for yourself, you have to understand the consequences that's going to come behind it, and you have to understand that, okay, this is the right decision for me. Okay, now if you watch my last video, I did talk about decision making. Make sure you go watch that if you haven't yet. But decision making, understanding how you make decisions, okay? Decision making also comes into play with self-awareness. Be self-aware on your decisions and be self-aware on the reactions that you need to take, okay? Now we all know that life be lifing, so sometimes the decisions we may make might not be a very, very good outcome of how we want it to turn out, okay? And these are life lessons. So even as a leader and even as a human on this earth, we have to understand all decisions that we make are not going to be as great outcomes, but we have to understand that everything is not glitter, okay? So not allowing too much outer validation and more focusing on your inner validation, okay? Understanding to trust yourself, okay? We have to be able to trust ourselves. People want to say, let's be a little delulu, let's be a little delusional, but let's use a better word, right? Let's go with more crazy faith. Let's have crazy faith. And crazy faith is something similar to like law of attraction, okay? Energy, frequency, okay? If you're into that, you know what I'm talking about. If you are not, please be open-minded as I speak on this topic right now, okay? Because as you come through my content, you will be growing and you will be having new perspectives to look at, okay? So as we get into crazy faith, instead of saying delusional, have some crazy faith, okay? Understanding the confidence and the faith that you have within yourself. Okay, you're not delusional within yourself. You have crazy faith within yourself. The faith that you have may look crazy to others. It may look crazy to you as well. But as you use your mouth and as you use your mind and as you speak things into reality, you understand that you have faith in yourself, right? So let's try to speak our words differently, and let's try to honestly understand that our words are powerful, okay? So understanding how you just need to be able to accept the decisions that you may make, and understanding when to draw the line and step back and also observe, okay? Because sometimes you're going to be on a pedestal where you're going to have pressure to make a decision right then and there. So understanding that some people might try to validate what you do, and those moments where you feel that pressure is those moments when you have to speak up for yourself and say no, or whatever decision that you need to make, and whatever decision that you come up with in that moment. If you don't agree with that person, understand that you are allowed to step up and say no. Okay? What else? So, not allowing too much validation, right? Let's get into, I talked about it a little bit, but let's get into getting in tuned with your intuition. Okay? So, getting in tune with your intuition is all about, like I said, crazy faith. So, believing in the intuition, believing in the feelings that you feel running through your body, giving you that energy, giving you that frequency through your body and through your gut, through your heart, figuring out a code to understanding what is going on and what is going to happen, right? So, I'm sorry for my children, y'all. So when it comes to getting into with your intuition, you have to understand, like I said, how to believe in yourself, right? So this is why I was saying to not have too much external validation, because when you have too much external validation, you will lose yourself and you will not be in tune with your intuition, okay? So please listen to me as I go through these and as I'm talking to you, okay? Don't take in too much external validation so you can be in tune with your intuition, okay? Being in tune with your intuition is understanding how to accept yourself, your decisions, and being self-aware and understanding emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, understanding decision making, and leadership. Okay, not right now. I'm not talking about leading others. We'll get to that point, but you can't lead anyone else if you don't know how to lead yourself. So you have to be able to lead yourself as well before you even try to lead anyone else. All right. And most of you might be moms who is watching my channel right now. And as moms, we have to understand that we are women before we are mothers. So we have to make sure that we lead ourselves in the right directions and making right decisions, because whatever we do falls on our children. They are watching. We are their leaders. Okay? I don't care how young they are and I don't care how old they are. As a parent, you are your child leader. So what you do, they see. They either going to fall behind you, or they may dislike what you do, so they don't want to fall under your footsteps. But the thing here is, where was I getting with this? Leadership, right? Okay, leadership. So being a leader, you have to understand how you must show up for yourself, and you must understand emotional intelligence, because if you can't understand how to regulate your emotions and how to show your emotions and how to control your emotions, okay, if you don't understand that, you will have a difficult time in life, okay? Because when you are emotional, and when it's a time where you may need to be serious, when there is a time where you need to push your emotions to the side and you can't because you are so distracted, that is going to be an issue, and it's going to affect the situation that is going on. Okay, so sometimes you have to pull your emotions out of situations and pull in strategy. Pull in that masculine energy where it's like, okay, I need to figure this out. Boom, 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 boom. And then pull into your feminine energy and say, I need to start creating. I need to start planning and getting this thing rolling, putting it in action. Right? So that is how you lead yourself, understanding and balancing your feminine and your masculine, understanding your creativity and your reactions. How you get things active. You create with your feminine and you get active with your masculine. So that is how you need to be in tune with your intuition. Understanding how you get creative. What can you create? Understand that creation is understand that creation falls down with what is the word? My children distracted me. Understand that I lost it. It'll come back to me. Um but just really understanding that when you go into your intuition, balancing your masculine and your feminine, I lost my train of thought. Going into your masculine and your feminine and balancing those, understanding how you can create, and not just creating with your womb, but also creating with your mind. When you create with your mind, you will be able to create with your hands, okay? So creating with your mind and your hands, putting those together will balance out your masculine, because you'll be able to put things in action. You'll be able to put things together and bring it bring it in action, like them planning this piece of chocolate, right? And the person who created it, they put it in action. Not saying who's actually behind actual physical male and female, but just the balance in self of understanding creativity, right? And now I'm not even saying that this person may understood their feminine and their masculine, but for you to understand, as I'm saying, the woman is able to create. So when we step into our creativity, I did make a video on that too. So if you didn't watch that, make sure you watch that too. Tap it into your creativity. You need to understand that your creativity is something that you were gifted with. Okay? And this is why I say don't allow external validation, because if you allow too much external validation, you will not know how creative you are, because you will feel so locked in, you will feel so boxed in and feel like you have to isolate yourself, or you may feel like you have to follow the lead of your peers or what your parents said or what your cousins did. So I can give you an instance right here. The whole family tree went to college, but you didn't want to go to college. So either you take the external validation on the family tree of everybody getting on your back, like you need to go to college and we all did this and you're going to set a bad example, blah, blah, blah. Or are you going to say, F everybody else in their life path, I am going to go follow my dreams and being, I don't know, artistic. Okay, artistic. You're gonna take on to your painting career, and whatever your music create your music career. Which way? What decision are you going to make? You're going to accept that external validation, or you're going to accept your intuition validation and go on what you want to do. So which decision are you going to make? And this is why I say to make sure you do not fall into too much external validation, because too much external validation will cloud your decision making for your true leadership style, your true your true creativity. That's what I wanted to say. Your true creativity and understanding how to go with your intuition. Okay, because you're following other people's decisions and not yours. So make sure you follow your decision. It is cool. It is cool to work in groups. It is cool to work with other people. But understand that you have the space and you have the mind to think for yourself as well. Okay? So don't just be on the bandwagon because the whole group of 10 women over here want to say, yeah, I agree with this. But then you the only one out of the group don't agree with it. Let that be okay. All right? So when you feel like you have a opposite decision from others around your peers, don't be afraid to step out and be different, because that is the point of being a leader. A leader is a person who understands how to make decisions and how to speak up for themselves. Okay, that is you. That is you. All right. Getting into leadership. All right, because some people might feel like they don't understand how to tap into their leadership skills. They don't understand how to show up for themselves. They don't understand how to use their communication skills. I get it. Okay. Understanding how to tap into your true God-given leadership skills, if you want to know, without no generic strategies, I advise you to pull up your birth chart. Okay. Now, if you are Christian, I advise you to park it and don't get off this video. Okay. Sit down and have an open mind right now as I speak about birth charts. Okay. Okay. Remember, there is no judgment in the room, so don't judge. Now, if you honestly want to know how to tap into your leadership, you need to pull out your birth chart. Understand that we live in a world full of numbers, okay? And this is a place that is mystical and mystery. So, when we first came into this world, we didn't have a clock, okay? We didn't have none of that. We had a sundial. A sundial was a piece of metal that they used to track the sun to figure out what time it was. Okay, so as we talk about getting into your birth chart, things happen. Okay, and the world has been around, the earth has been around for years. So you can just imagine the things that happen. Okay, for instance, a huge accident, 9/11. Okay, there was so many deaths, but there were also so many births at the same time. So that is history on someone's birthday. When they pull that up, they can see the planet placements on what happened around that time and why there was so much chaos within what happened in that moment. And that may be aligned with what may be going on in your life. Okay, so just want to give you that little perspective. But getting into your birth chart, right? Understanding your birth date, understanding your time. So what time were you born? And understanding the city and state that you were born in. Okay, and you wonder like, why? Like, why do I need all of that? I'm just trying to kind of get a little feel of what may happen. I'm just trying to get my little birth chart reading. Why do I need all that? Why do I need all three? Okay, you need all three because if you want to get the most accurate results on when everything happened on your birthday, on the time that your portal opened up for you to enter this world, you're going to want to know all three of those. Okay, and it's because you will get the most accurate information. You will understand how this happened when this placement was here and this placement was there. How was the moon aligned in this house? Okay, you want to know all of that. So if you want to honestly know your leadership style, that is what you could do is use your birth chart. Pull your birth chart up, okay? I honestly just dropped a ebook on that. Creating a Better Life with AI and Astrology, using Chat GPT to help it decode your birth chart. Okay? I'm going to put the book somewhere on the screen. Okay? I'm going to also put the link in the bio so you can grab it. But using AI to decode your birth chart, letting it know those three that I just said, your date, your time, and the city and state, letting that know that and letting it generate your birth chart for you for digital purposes, because we're in the age of Aquarius, and also before this time we were already getting pushed into advanced technology. We already seen it coming. So yeah. Anyway, so you better get into ChatGPT and you better get into technology. But that's a whole conversation for another video. Understanding AI, okay, and understanding how to decode your birth chart with it. So, when you use those three and plug it into the AI system, it will generate your birth chart for you, and it will show you your placements. Okay, so what is in your 5th house? What is in your 10th house? What is your north node? What is your south node? What is your sun, your moon, and your rising? Okay, your sun and moon is just the basic, but you also want to know your sun, moon, and rising. Like I said, I just dropped the ebook on this, and it breaks down that it is going how to break down your birth chart for your Mercury placements, your entire natal charts, and your Mercury placements, your lunar phases. I also did drop in that ebook some of my favorite apps that I love to use. I also dropped some of my ebooks, some of my apps in my ebook for what I love to use for keeping up with my astrology daily, and understanding the transitions that's going on in life that's going to affect me as well. So I did drop a couple of those in the ebook for you. I dropped a lot of good other information in there for you, so you might want to grab that ebook. Okay, the link is in my bio. Getting back to the conversation, birth chart. Pull out your birth chart so you can understand your leadership style. Pulling out your birth chart also so you can understand your communication style. Now, when it comes to your communication style, your communication also deals with your Gemini. Okay, so you want to understand and you want to know where your Gemini is placed at in your birth chart so you can understand your communication style. Okay, like for me, my communication style is definitely writing. You want to make sure you pull up your birth chart, okay, and so you can get your Gemini statement, okay, based on your communication skills. So get into the birth chart now. Be the leader you are meant to be. Don't get caught up in other people flash in bullshit. Okay, this is the last topic, and then we're gonna end this video. All right, now be the leader you are meant to be. We were just talking about being leaders. We were just talking about how you can be a leader, okay, and stepping into your leadership. Okay, I know this video is about burnout, but this is how you can avoid burnout. Okay, because you can avoid burnout by understanding what you need to be doing in your life, understanding when to say no, understanding when to step up and speak up for you, understanding your intuition. So example, say if somebody wants to invite you out to a family get together and you don't want to go because you just got a feeling you ain't gonna like it and you just don't want to go. Cool, don't go. That's your decision making. That's your intuition, and you just don't want to go. You made your mind up. It's that simple, okay? So don't get caught up in other people's bullshit and flash, okay? And when I mean flash, social media is way advanced more than how it used to be. So much stuff is on social media. So many people use social media for so many things. We are making money now on social media. So there's a lot of things that happen here, okay, on social media than it used to back into early 2000s, okay? And what happens is a lot of you get so wrapped up in the aesthetics. Even if it's not the aesthetics, people get so wrapped up in seeing money. Okay, money is something that is very flashy to the human eye. And when a lot of people never touch a lot of money, people who have touched money, whether they touch a lot of money or not, they will get up on social media and be flashy with whatever they have, right? And then you have people who is watching that and sitting on the back camera, and it's like, oh, I want that. Da, da, da. Why I can't have that? Blah, blah. So now you second guessing yourself, you down yourself, you put yourself in depression, and oh, I wish I could have that, and blah, blah, blah. Like you start to overwhelm yourself with all these thoughts. You start to overwhelm yourself with emotions. You start to overwhelm yourself with so many feelings, and this is how you burn out, because you get so caught up in other people's flash that you don't realize that you're putting a toll on you because you're so focused on other people. Okay? Stop worrying about what other people are doing. You can rather be happy for them. If you're not, go on about your business. Go on about your business. Okay? Understanding that people can get up on social media, people can also be around you and fake. Okay? Just because they're flashy does not mean that it's theirs. That does not mean that they have it for real. Okay? And I'm not saying that this is about everybody, because some people really have it. Some people really have it like that. And no, they don't have to feel humble to make you feel comfortable either. You see? So just watch who you are around. Watch what you watch, because everything that you watch, everything that you put your energy into falls back onto you, into your mind, into your emotions. And then you are so distracted that you don't know how to pull yourself back together. So don't do that to yourself. Give yourself the room and the space to be creative. So when you see other things around you, you don't sit there and look like that is your first time ever seeing it. Like you never had anything, right? Be able to be excited for yourself. Rather, you made it all the way to the top and you have something huge, or rather you still making it there. Every small achievement is worth an excitement moment, okay? Because today and tomorrow, you don't know what could happen, okay? But today you made something good. Today you made a difference, okay? So whatever achievement, whatever productive thing you did that day, today, be happy about it, okay? I don't care about nobody else's opinion, nobody else's validation, okay? Back to the first topic. Don't allow too much external validation, okay? I don't care what you want to be excited about. I don't care if you never knew how to tie your shoe, and at the age of whatever you are, you tied your shoe. You did it. You did it. All right? I ain't being funny, but seriously, like I'm talking about is that to the T. Like whatever you feel excited about, feel that emotion. Because the moment you feel sad, the moment you feel depressed about something, everybody want to be in your ear about it. Everybody want to be in your face about it. But the moment that you were excited, there was no excitement behind you. There was nobody that wanted to root you on. Okay? And not saying that everybody goes through this. Again, be mindful of how you intake on my content. Okay? Just want to throw out disclaimers. Okay? But closing out, okay? So we talked about not allowing too much external validation, getting in tune with your intuition, pulling out your birth chart, okay? And being the leader that you are meant to be, and not getting caught up in other people's flash and other people's bullshit, okay? Now, Now that we talked about all of that, okay, the things that you are going to practice and how you are going to avoid these things, you are going to learn how to say no. You are going to learn how to tap into your intuition by being alert and having self awareness with your emotional intelligence and your way of thinking. Okay? Because the way that you feel is the way that you start to trigger your thinking. Okay, so make sure you have emotional intelligence, all right, while you try to avoid these burnouts. You need to be aware of your emotions and be aware of the way you think. All right. Um, did I say birth chart? Okay, I can't remember. I Put out your birth chart, okay? There's a couple apps, couple websites that you can use to get your birth chart. Like I said, if you do want my ebook, I do give you some apps and some websites that you can use to decode your birth chart and to get a copy of your birth chart. Okay, if you really, truly, truly want to know how to really tap into your intuition, how to tap into your leadership skills, your communication styles, your best fit for career, your best fit for your career path, and all of that, getting your birth chart will be definitely recommended for you. Okay, even if you are a Christian, this is not devilish. Okay, so please try to look yourself up. This is about you. Okay, the mother birthed you, your date, your time, in the city and state that you were born in. Okay, this is your birth chart, your blueprint. So I think you should definitely look into this. Read it as a guide. Definitely take in some selective information. What I like to do is I like to do things in my life where it feels natural to me. And then later on, I'm like, you know what? I feel in the mood today to read about myself, right? And I do this, and I do a good little reading for a couple hours, and I just be like, oh my goodness, I literally just went through all, like, it be so spot on. And y'all might think we sound crazy when we say stuff like this as open as open spiritual people, but you have to understand that this is a birth chart about us. We put in our information, okay? And when you just see the information that it gives you, you are able to pull out the honest truth. The honest truth about you. Some of the things that will be said, you have already experienced. You have already had gone through. So this will be so spot on in understanding that this thing is not telling a lie. Okay? Because how would it know? How? And me, I have to be very balanced with my emotions and my logic, analytical thinking. But when it comes to my spiritual awakening, oh, they're balanced. Okay, my analytical thinking is me being able to logically put two and two together and see the truth in my face. Okay, so that's what I do. Okay. um and being the leader that you are meant to be, honestly, don't get like the don't get caught up in the other people bullshit in Flash is telling you not to be a leader. Okay, that is my other way of telling you to not be a leader, to not be a follower. Excuse me. Don't be a follower. Okay, don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Okay, be the leader you are meant to be, but don't be a follower. Okay, it is very cool to take on insight. It is very cool to take on knowledge so you can expand your own wisdom. But you do not want to get into the habit of trying to follow. You don't want to get in the habit of following, okay? When you are supposed to be in the position of leading people and you are so lost on how to lead yourself and others, this is why you need to have your birth chart. This is why. Because I want people to understand that, yes, you have strategists, you have brand strategists, you have business strategists, you have you have all these coaches telling you about strategy. I'm even a strategist, okay? But what I want y'all to understand right now, you do not need another social media strategy. You are the strategy. The strategy is you showing up, being yourself, speaking your honest truth, whether other people agree with you or not. Okay? Really like stepping up, okay? And what else was I gonna say? Oh, I keep losing my train of thought. Because it's not really written in my notes. I do like little bullet points on base of my topics, but then I really go with the flow of my videos on how I'm feeling. Because I'm supposed to naturally teach. So what comes out naturally is what I speak to the collective. Okay? So if you do see me pause, you do see me get stumbled on my words, this is why. Because I honestly speak from the heart. I honestly speak from what I feel like the collective need to hear and what they need to know. So if you catch me in my videos getting coughed up, that is why. Okay? But when you are meant to lead, you need to be in that position and leading. And this is why you need to have your birth chart. Because when you have your birth chart, it will help you and guide you in understanding the type of leader that you need to be. And it will help you understand the way you need to communicate yourself and position yourself as that leader. Okay? Because there are different types of leaders. There are different types of leaders. And you need to know what type of leader you are. If I am a mentor type of leader who likes to get people active, get people going, blah, 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 and you are a whole different type of leader, I can't be telling you what to do because of that's what I do, right? You are a different type of leader. Yes, I can coach leaders, but I want to coach my leaders into understanding what type of leader they are. That's the type of leader I am. I'm the type of leader who understands the type of leader that I am, that I spread my leadership to others to be able to lead them into understanding their leadership style, the way they need to show up as leaders. Okay? Because yes, we are leaders, and people say, well, everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not a leader. Everybody leads in something. Okay? You are a leader in something. You lead in something. So we're not going to play that card. We're not going to play that card. You're going to get your ass up and you're going to figure out how you're supposed to be leading stuff, how you're supposed to be leading yourself, and how you're supposed to be leading others. Because if you're sitting on a path and you're sitting on some talent that you're supposed to be spraying out to the world right now, you're tripping. You're freaking tripping. All because you want to procrastinate and you're so worried about other people's validation. And you're so worried about the world crumbling, and you're so worried about this and that. Let it go. Leave it alone. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing right now, you need to be focused on other stuff. And this is why I say pull out your birth chart, because so much stuff go on in the world that people get so distracted. But if you down, deeply want to know your why and why you are here, what is your purpose? You need to pull out your birth chart so you can understand that, so you can stay focused. Like I'm going to shake you up. Stay focused, okay? Pulling out your birth chart is very important when you want to understand the truth. When you want to understand true clarity. Deep healing, deep transformation. Because if you're done fighting, you're going to pull out your birth chart. If you're done second guessing, if you're done with the confusion, you're going to pull out the birth chart. Okay? You're going to pull it out. If you don't know your birth time, at least try to know your date and the city you were born in. It might not be as accurate as having your birth day, the time, but still trying to get that overview of what happened. You can definitely have that selective information intake from that. So still do it. If you don't have all three, still definitely do this. If you are not sure what app or website to use, you can Google it, or you can, grab my book, where I give you more than just, the websites and stuff. I give you pretty more information, right? So, ending with this video, that is what you can do to avoid burning out, okay? And when I mean brand burnout, I mean your business brand and your personal brand, okay? This has nothing to do with, just business. I want you to understand personal as well, because if your personal well-being is not good, your business ain't gonna be good. So this is why I talk about personal and business, because what am I to do to be talking about your business? If you ain't together in your personal life, you gonna ignore me about trying to get you together for your business. So, yes, this video is for business and personal. Alright? In your personal life and in your business life, you have to know when to say no. No. Okay? You have to know when to step down. You have to know when to accept some feedback, accept some insight. And you have to know when to say, no, I am good. I am going to follow my intuition. Okay? That's what you're going to do. All right? To avoid it. So, I think we're pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Definitely make sure that you are subscribed. Y'all know I get straight into the video. I try to waste no time so I can keep you in here throughout the whole entire clip. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, any feedback, or any insight. Make sure if you want to work with me, I am a brand strategist and a mentor. My links will be in the bio. Make sure you click them so you can stay connected with me, or if you're ready to work with me. I am also a transformational leadership and astrology coach. That is the sisterhood of Gabrielle Design Studios, brand strategist and mentor business. Those businesses are sisters. So pick which side you want to be on, and let's get some transformation going on, because it is time. And I think my creator is like, girl, I need you to get up and going, because I need the collective to get it together. So I'm here getting the collective together. If you're ready to get your shit together, I need you to go ahead and hit my line. We vibe, we laugh, we get shit done. And we also make a huge impact on others while being ourselves. Okay? No perfect image, just real, authentic impact. All right. Make sure you subscribe so you can get the next notifications. And I am out.